Throughout my photography career, I've taken a lot of great photos and I've taken lots and lots of really, really bad ones as well. But in addition to that, I've taken a lot of good photos, and these photos could be great if, maybe the sky wasn't blown out, or maybe, I nailed focus a little bit better and the image was a little bit sharper, or perhaps I just took the photo at a different time of day. But I think we all have those photos, right? The photos that could be absolute bangers if we just spent time in Photoshop and Lightroom, spending hours editing them first. So instead of spending hours in Photoshop and Lightroom, there's an easier way using AI and today's video sponsor. And I'm going to tell you guys all about it, so let's not waste any more time and let's get into it right now. What's up guys, how the heck are you doing? Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name is Drewxcifer, and on this channel I talk about filmmaking, photography, and editing tips, tricks, and tutorials. And today's video is no exception because we're going to be talking all about my new favorite photo editing software, and that is Luminar Neo. So if you haven't heard of Luminar Neo before, here's the quick rundown. Luminar Neo is an editing software that is geared towards all level of photographers. From beginners to professionals, Luminar Neo offers a wide range of tools that makes photo editing, photo enhancing, and photo compositing easy as clicking a button or the dragging of a slider. So if you had all of the features of Photoshop and Lightroom and all of these new AI tools that are out there for photo editing rolled into one, then you would have Luminar Neo. So before we get too deep into this review, I just want to have a full disclosure and let you guys know that the creators of Luminar Neo did not pay me for this review or tell me what to say or give a positive review. They just said, hey, here you go, here's you some software, and go ahead and review it for your YouTube audience. So that's what I'm doing. And as always, you guys are going to get an honest review here on the Drewxcifer channel. But they did hook me up with some discount codes for you guys. So use this code right here for 10% off an annual subscription plan to Luminar Neo, or follow the link down there in the description as well. So the Luminar Neo website is really, really good. I mean, these guys know how to build a freaking website. And it does a great job at showcasing the features and capabilities of the software, as well as breaking down the pricing models for the software itself. So I want to go to the website before we jump into the software and I show you real world examples of how I use Luminar Neo. But first, let's check out this website. Alright guys, so now we have the Luminar Neo website open, and I wanted to bring this up not only to show you how amazing their website is at showing off the software's capabilities, but also go over the software's pricing plans for you. So here we are on the main page of the website, and I want to just click View Plans because this is going to give you guys an idea of what it's going to cost to get you into this software. So you can see that they have three different plans. They have the Explore, the Pro, and the Lifetime plans. So the Explore and the Pro, you can either pay monthly or you can pay yearly, but if you want to get that 10% off with my discount code, you have to purchase an annual plan. So when you look at this, you can go either $99 annually or $119 annually for the Pro plan, and that is the best bang for your buck, plus 10% off of that price. And if you're not a subscription service type of person, you can go to the Lifetime plan, which is a one-time fee of $150. So you can see down through here everything that's included with each plan. And if you scroll down a bit further, there is a frequently asked question section there for you. So real quick, I want to go over the rest of the website, and I want to show you guys some of the features and how interactive their website is. So across the top, if you click the Features tab, it shows you some of the Luminar Neo features: Enhance AI, Relight AI, Erase, AI Masking, Layers, Sharpen Tool, Portrait Background, Sky AI, and 30 plus more features. And these are all features that are built into the software that you would see once you open the software. Now, over here on the right side of this tab, you see these different use cases. So if you're a landscape photographer, portrait, family, wedding, newborn, or if you're just brand new to photo editing, there's sections on their website for you that shows you the best features geared towards your type of shooting. So let's say that we're a landscape photographer. We would click this,
and there's some videos in here for us to watch, and there's just some interactive modules here on this website. So for example, this shot right here, it's showing you what you can do just using the enhance AI feature in the software with the click of a button, and you can see how it instantly changes that photo. So you can go down even further and you can see some drag before and after shots here. So this is after they used some of the software to change and enhance this photo, and this is before, and there's a couple different examples, right? And you can see how it's just crazy the results you can get with Luminar Neo's software. And like I said, there's all of these different interactive modules on their website. You even have a composition AI tool that, you know, algorithmically uses AI to show you what the best composition for your photo is if you're unsure. So like I said, it pays off to go through and just mess around with their website to see if you think the software is right for you. So again, across the top next to the features tab, you have an extensions tab, and this just tells you what the extension pack for 2022 was. And Luminar Neo software has all of these extensions that you get with some of your plans, like your Magic Light extension that gives you all these cool lens flares on your lights. You have Super Sharp, which helps you get some of those pictures that you may have missed focus and help them make sharp. You have this little interactive circle here, and the results for the Super Sharp is extraordinary. You can see right here the difference that it makes. Focus stacking, let's see what else they've got. You have upscale. So if you're trying to upscale an image by zooming in, or if you're trying to maybe zoom in and then use that zoomed in portion of your image for printing your photo, you definitely need to run it through their upscale AI feature. As well as you have background removal. So if you have a background, you don't need to go through and painstakingly paint stuff out. Just load your picture in, apply background removal, and it cuts it out for you. This is good for not only compositing, but it's also good for like thumbnail creation for things like YouTube or other things. Noiseless, again, if you took a picture and it's got a little bit of grain in it, a little bit of noise, you can run it through their noiseless AI extension, and you can see right here how good of a job that does on these images. Again, you also have HDR merge. If you're somebody that likes to shoot HDR photos and you like to bracket your images, take a whole bunch of photos. You don't have to worry about lining them up in Photoshop or Lightroom anymore. You just hit merge and let Luminar Neo's AI do all that work for you. So again, it is just an amazing software, and it really will not only cut down on the time you spend editing, but it will do all of the guesswork and the hard work for you. So to me, the value for the money here is truly outrageous. But let's go ahead and get out of the website and let's open the software. So when you first open the Luminar Neo software, you have your catalog page. So you have your library on the left-hand side, and this is all separated by the year and your recently added, recently edited. I'm not going to go too much into how to load images into this software because it works like every other photo editing software. If you want videos on, you know, those type of things on this software, drop it down in the comments and I'll make separate videos. Over on the right hand side, you have some of the extensions as well as you have some metadata for the photo that is selected. So across the top you have catalog, you have your preset section, and you have your edit section. So what I would like to do is, first of all, let's select a photo. We're going to select this one here. So Luminar Neo includes 5 sample images for you to go ahead and jump right in and start messing with right away before you even load your photos in. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to edit this image here. And I'm going to give you guys a taste of what some of this software can do. So looking on the right hand side, just like Lightroom, this is where you have all of your tools at. So these are separated in different categories. You have your favorites, you have your extensions, your essentials, your creative, your portrait tools, and your professional tools down at the bottom. So we can do different things depending on what it is that you're trying to accomplish in your photo. But right now, what I want to try and do is I want to try to enhance the image. So we're just going to click that very top button, and we have this AI tool here. And if we start sliding to this to the right, you can see that it's enhancing the image here. It's basically giving us more of a orange tone, a golden tone on the left side of the picture, and we can have this sky enhancer that is sort of just, it's adding more saturation more or less without degrading the image. So that's pretty cool. I don't want to mess with that yet, so we're going to collapse that tool. What I would like to do though is, you see this guy in the bottom right? I kind of want to get rid of him. He's sort of distracting. So let's go down here to our erase tool. And what we're going to do is we're just going to select this guy, same as you would do, you know, in Photoshop or Lightroom. I'm just going to paint over this guy here, and we're going to get rid of him. Now the difference is, instead of having to hop between Lightroom and Photoshop, Luminar Neo has it all built in for you, and that's going to save you time so you're not software hopping. We'll go over here and let's click erase, and he's gone just like that. I missed a couple spots on him, but we'll get those out of there. So he's gone. Let's get rid of this girl here. Let's see if we can get rid of some of these foreground people. Erase. She's gone. Let's get rid of this kid. This erase tool, you know, it does all of that cloning and all of that magic eraser work for you that you would do in Photoshop. That guy's gone. Let's get rid of this guy so he doesn't look like he's just randomly standing there talking to nobody. Let me increase the size of this brush. All right, here we go. Let's erase him out of there. Let's get rid of this person right here that's walking out there all strange. Erased. And let's get rid of these guys. Get rid of all these foreground people. Good. Now all the foreground people are gone. Let's go ahead and let's zoom back out. And that looks pretty good. I need to probably get rid of this reflection here, so let's try to do that. Okay, cool. So the reflection of that one guy is out of there, and there's a reflection here that I want to get rid of. Cool. All right, so that's gone. That's out of there. Now what I want to do is I want to try the sky replacement. Oops. Let's Command Z that because I did not mean to put those people back in. Good. So before, after. Looks amazing. So let's collapse this tool and let's go to the Sky AI. So when you go here, it gives you suggestions about what Sky thinks you should use for the photo, as well as some that you can pay and you can buy. That's why it has a little shopping cart icon. But I want to give it a more dramatic one. So we can go through here. Let's see if we can make this look like a crazy night shot. So let's give it this galaxy, this Milky Way shot, and see what it does. Okay, so that looks kind of insane. Let's not do that because that doesn't really fit the photo. I mean, it's cool, and you can see how it automatically gives the entire image a purple tint to try to match the sky. But let's go to something that is more suited for the photo, something like this. So this looks kind of cool. So let's see what we can do with this. So let's hit our magic light under extensions. No, I don't want to do magic light. Let's actually go down to, color. And let's see if we can bump our saturation down just a bit so it doesn't look so crazy. Let's go to landscape and check this out. We have a golden hour slider, so let's slide that. And you can see how it's giving me this orange tint, this golden tint to the photo. And let's hit it with the dehaze. Let's dial that back just a little bit. Relight. So relight will allow me to, let's brighten it up in the foreground. You have your foreground and you have your, your I don't want to say foreground, but you have the brightness far slider here. It's essentially going to darken or brighten the different planes of your image. So you have your foreground, your midground, and your background. Let's see if we can change the details. There we go, we brought out the waves with the medium details. And I want to go up here to my Essentials tab, and I want to bring up my exposure just a hair. Right there. Let's go back to our Sky AI. And reflection. So a cool thing about this is you can adjust your sky, you can adjust the scenery lighting based upon the sky, and you can adjust the reflection. So if you have water or metal surfaces or something like that, you can adjust it to where the sky actually shows up in those reflections. So that's pretty cool. So if we look at this, this is before, this is after, before, after, and then you also have a slider right here. So you can see how different that looks. And you can do a lot more changes. This is a different change that you saw flash up there that I did before. I want to show you guys portraits, because if you're somebody that shoots portraits or you're somebody that shoots headshots, this software will only not save you a bunch of time, but it will cut out all of that hard work for you, and it will make you look like a professional retoucher. So again, you have your presets tab. This has all basically like your LUTs and your presets. You could go through, and some of these are free, some of these you have to buy, but everything that you can do with those presets, you can do right here within the software. So you have your portrait section here. So you have your portrait bokeh section. So let's say you didn't shoot with a shallow depth of field. You can go through and you can make it a shallower depth of field. You have focus, defocus, you have the size of your bokeh and your depth of field. You have all of these different tools, but this shot was already shot with a shallow depth of field, so I don't need to use this tool. It's giving me options here, but let's go to the face, and let's go to, we'll do this, the retouch face, and what that'll allow me to do is go to the skin AI. So with this, you can see the difference right away. As you start sliding it to the right, you can see that it sort of takes all of those blemishes and sunspots out of the skin, and you can get real extreme with it and soften it, or you can give it just a realistic amount, like right about here. You can remove shine from the face, and there's a skin defect. You can click that button, and it'll take, I guess, defects out of the skin. This picture doesn't need it. Face. We can give a little bit of a face light to brighten up the face, and that is really cool because you often need that face to really, sometimes in portraits you need to have that little bit of a glow, that little bit of extra lighting to make it pop. So slim face, again, not something you want to abuse, but you can see how the face gets slimmer. So let's just give it a little bit, not that it needs it, but just for the sake of the video. So iris, you can change the eyes colors with a simple click of a button. So you can do something crazy like cat eyes. You can do owl eyes, something insane, or you can do something realistic like blue eyes. And you see how good that looks. It doesn't look like it's photoshopped in there. It just looks nice. It looks realistic. And it's something that I did with the click of a button. In Photoshop, you'd have to do a little bit of work. Iris flare. So this is just essentially making that little light in the bottom of the eye. So let's give it just a bit. Enlarging the eyes here. I mean, you can make the eyes bigger if that's the look you're looking for, or, you know, smaller, I guess. Eye whitening, so a lot of times you want to take those red lines out of the eyes when you're doing beauty retouching. So I'm just going to hit that here. Eye enhancer. So this is just giving me more of a catch light in the eye, just making them a little bit brighter so they pop a little bit more. Red eye removal, if you have red eyes in your photo, you can take that out. Dark circles, those are always good. And that's just taking the dark circles you can kind of see under that right eye especially. So we'll just put that up a little bit. and improve the eyebrows. This just makes them darker, makes them appear a little bit fuller. So that's kind of nice. Mouth. So there's some mouth things you can do as well. So lip saturation, and you can do lip redness, put a little bit more color, and teeth whitening. So if you had somebody smiling with their teeth exposed, it's a big thing that you want to make sure their teeth look nice and white. So this does it all automatically for you. So again, skin, you can soften it, you can use the shine removal. If you have a full body shot, you can narrow the body, narrow the abdomen. That may be something you want to do. But yeah, it's that easy with the software. So under your professional tools, you have things like super contrast. So you have your highlight contrast here. You can see how that kind of gives me that nice contrast in the face. It sort of gives me a nicer look to the skin. Your midtones. So midtones is basically where your skin tones live at. So if I bump that up, you can see that I get a nicer, richer peach color there. My shadows contrast, I don't want to mess with that. I think it looks good how it is. And you have your color harmony. So you could warm up the image if you wanted to, or cool it down. I actually think it looks good like that. That looks like maybe some sort of filter somebody would use at a wedding. Just like that. And I want to get these out of here. How do I get these out of here? Okay, so enhance, I can slide that if I wanted to. I don't really like it. And then soften the lines. This right here, the glow, you can give it that, but I don't think it needs that. Then you start looking like an Instagram filter or something like that. So a portrait can look that good, that quick, and we can do the slider. So we went from this to this in a matter of, like, I don't know, 3 to 4 minutes, right? Like, how amazing. It wasn't a bad image before, right? But we just improved it, you know? So this is what it looked like, and this, let me turn this off. So this is what it looked like, and this is what we turned it into. So I could spend hours and hours running tutorials on this software and showing you guys all these different features, but you really need to check it out for yourself. If there's something you want to see more in depth using Luminar Neo, put it down in the comments and I will make a tutorial for you.
So as you guys have been able to see, this software is really great and it makes my workflow so much easier. The things that Luminar Neo makes it easy for you to do in the matter of seconds to minutes, it used to take people days to do in Photoshop or even in Lightroom. And now you can do it with just the simple click of a button. And it is crazy how fast our workflows are speeding up as filmmakers, photographers, and editors. So the big question is, if I already have Photoshop and Lightroom, should I pay full price for Luminar Neo? And the answer is, I think value for money, I think most definitely. I think that Luminar Neo does more than Photoshop and Lightroom together can do for you, and it makes it easier. And also, lucky for you, you don't have to pay full price. If you follow the link down in the description or use this discount code here, you're going to get 10% off an annual subscription. I think it's truly amazing what this software can do. And as more and more industry professionals leverage AI to make their edits quicker and easier, it's time for you to do the same to level the playing field. So why not use an amazing software that gives you professional results with just a click of a button? Seems like a no-brainer to me. So let me know down in the comments what your favorite feature of Luminar Neo is and how you plan to use it in your workflow. As always, if you're getting value from these videos, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video and ding that notification bell so you don't miss any more killer content from the Drewxcifer channel. And as always, guys, stay rad, just go shoot, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.